All right, so I thought I'd make a video just going through recent pickups and recommendations for you guys. These are all things I've bought within the past few weeks. And yeah, I thought I'd just make a new kind of video. Maybe every month or so I can make a video like this and just go over recent things I've purchased and stuff. So the first one, and also random stuff that I've found, like just at thrift stores or whatever. This one I found at a thrift store. It's a VHS of Kurosawa's Redbeard. I didn't own this. I had seen it before. I either watched it on DVD or it might be on YouTube. I'm not sure. I find there's lots of old Japanese films on YouTube you can find. But I always liked this one. It's also like a double tape version here. But I always get this one confused with Drunken Angel. So I can never remember which one is which. Because I think they both have to do with doctors. And they both have the same actors in it. Can't remember for sure, but I remember this is a good film. Now that I have it on VHS, I'll watch it again. And I found this cheap too. It was probably less than $5. So that was cool. Next, I will go. Since we're doing Japanese movies, maybe I'll go over these two I bought. So anyone who knows Nobuhiko Obayashi, who directed the famous movie House. After I watched House, I wanted to go into his other discography or filmography. But his films are kind of hard to watch. There's so many that sound good to me that I just can't, you can't buy them. And if you can buy them, it's only in a Japanese DVD, with no subtitles or anything. But there are some that you can find, and there are some that are just coming out now. I think because of the demand, there must be a demand for it. So I picked up a couple. The first one is his motorbike, Her Island. This is a really good movie. I think it's from the 80s. Yeah, 86. And really cool editing, in all his films. And it's parts of it are in black and white, parts of it in color. And it's just really shot well, a really cool story. It was just great, a really good one. Now this one I bought as well, and unfortunately I did not like this one. This is Labyrinth of Cinema. It's a steel book. So it's also by Obayashi. I think it's his last film. Sorry, I'll just slide this out real quick. Oops. I think it's his last film, and it's really strange and out there. And it was a little bit too much for me. And also it's super long, and it's just kind of all over the place. Not in a good way. So unfortunately, I wasn't a fan of that one. So I think I'm gonna sell it eventually. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep that one, unfortunately. All right, what else do I got? Oh, this is a cool one. I found this at a art market, a VHS tape of The Elephant Man. For some reason, I didn't own this movie. I've seen it a couple times, over the years. Great movie. But yeah, it's one I just never owned for whatever reason. And I found this, but it was a little expensive because it's a rare VHS tape. Kind of hard to come by. I think it was like $20 or something, but it's worth it for me. I love the cover, love the artwork and everything. Great movie. Okay. I bought this as well recently. It was only, I think it was $1 or $2, maybe $2 or so. Once Upon a Time in America. And this was a first watch for me. It's also a double tape because it's so long. It's about 3 hours and 50 minutes. So there was a giant snowstorm the other day in my city. And it was just like no one could do anything. You were just stuck at home. So I was like, oh, this is a perfect time to watch this film. Yeah, it was my first time watching it and it was really great. Loved it. I think I loved because like the first half of the movie is them as like teenagers, and then it jumps ahead. Well, it kind of goes back and forth for a while, but then the second half is mostly when they're adults. And I think I prefer the beginning. Like there's more memorable parts for me with them as kids. And it also has Jennifer Connelly's first movie just before she made Phenomena with Argento. But yeah, it's a really great movie. Definitely recommend this one if you haven't seen it. Okay. Now I'll show you the movies I picked up when I was in US. I went down to USA, Las Vegas. So I got some new titles that have come out recently. One second. So yeah, well so these are the movies I found in US. I went to a Walmart and I got Weapons. It was the last, so I was checking like Targets and Best Buy and like random places to look for movies, and they're all like, no, we don't have movies here. No, we don't have movies. Like they were looking at me like I was a crazy person. And then finally it was the last Walmart we checked and they had movies, thank God. And I quickly looked down the movie aisle. This was the last Blu-ray of this one, which I was praying for. So I got the last copy. And also while I was at the Walmart, I got this movie Together. I really like this one. Some people aren't liking it, I guess. Like it's kind of, I guess, a mix. But for me, I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was super funny and just a good time. And then also, I checked out a bunch of like thrift stores, and I happened to find this one, The Young Lions on VHS. I had been looking for this certain copy with Marlon Brando on it for a while. Never had any luck, but yeah, I just happened to come across it there. It's a really great movie starring these 3 guys, and Marlon Brando plays like a Nazi, and he kind of got flack for it back in the day because like he's not like a total villain. He's kind of like, they kind of portray him as just one of the characters, and people were upset that they thought, oh, it's like sympathizing with Nazis or something. But it's not the case. He specifically said he wanted to portray like the characters as not just black and white, like good and bad, like as gray. And people weren't happy about that. But this is a really great movie. I enjoy it a lot. So if you haven't seen this, definitely give it a try. I really like that one. And then I also found at a thrift store Angel Heart. This is the only movie I think of all these that I haven't seen. But I've heard good things, so this is just a blind buy for me. The disc was in perfect condition, so I was happy about that. So yeah, I'm excited to check this one out. I'll probably check it out. I think I'm gonna watch it tomorrow, actually. So yeah, I'm excited for that. All right. Okay. Now today I actually went out shopping and I decided to buy this, the Smashing Machine. Some people don't like this one. I mean, they like it, but it's not getting great reviews. But for me, I really enjoyed it. I was interested to, when it first came out, to see Benny Safdie's film and then Josh Safdie's film, Marty Supreme, and kind of compare now that they're both directing separately. Like, oh, I was gonna like to try and figure out like, oh, this is his style and this is more his style, and figure out what, like, kind of who was more influence, like who had the bigger influence on Good Time and Uncut Gems and heaven knows what, or whatever. Like, compare the two directors. And I thought they both did a great job with their separate films. But I do think Marty Supreme is better. But I really do like this movie. I think it's kind of underrated. And there's some cool Elvis, like the soundtrack is really cool. Like there's some great Elvis songs in here. There's like a Rod Stewart album when he's when The Rock's driving in the car and he pulls up. Yeah, I think it's great. Cool scenes in Japan and stuff like that. Okay, now next one I decided to buy and I watched just recently was Pearl Harbor. I got it in this cool like flashy case. I don't know why I was shocked when I saw the rating for this on Letterboxd. And I went into it kind of just expecting like a cheesy early 2000s movie, like, I don't know, like, I don't know. I was expecting it to be way worse. But I was really pleasantly surprised. I enjoyed it so much. And I guess people don't like this movie, but I thought it was amazing. I just like the feeling. It's really similar feeling to me of like Starship Troopers. Kind of like just like a lighthearted, like fun movie. With like throwing romance in there and like, you know, like, yeah, it's kind of hard for me to describe, but I really enjoyed it. Super fun. Pacing is really well done. I don't know. I just really like this one. I have a feeling that in like 30 years, it's gonna get more of a following. Like similar to like Showgirls, how people hated it and then they realized it was a good movie later. I have a feeling in like 30 years there'll be something similar with this. It's really cool. It's really cool. And it's definitely Michael Bay's best movie, I think. I think it's the best movie I've ever seen of his, for sure. Okay. Just a few more. A couple more VHS I bought. The Caine Mutiny. Found this cool vintage looking cover. Really great film. The Technicolor's awesome in this. Humphrey Bogart is great. I did a Humphrey Bogart top 10, and this film definitely would have made that list now, but I don't really want to remake that video because I hate doing that. But I do admit that this would be in his top 10 for me. Yeah, great movie. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend this one. Another recommendation, I bought this Barefoot Gen on VHS. Now this is the English version, but you can watch the original Japanese version on YouTube, which is what I did. And then I really loved the movie, so I bought it VHS on eBay. But definitely check it out. It's about the Hiroshima bombing, and I think it's the guy who wrote the story. I think it's based on his experience of it. So this is from the 80s, and everyone knows Grave of the Fireflies is like a Hiroshima movie. This one is maybe not quite as good, but it's almost just as good. It's definitely not as good, but it's great. It's a great movie. And the Hiroshima bombing scene is amazing. It is awesome, creepy. They did a really good job with that. It's awesome. Definitely check out this movie on YouTube if you haven't seen it. You'll like it for sure. And it's short. It's only like, what is it? I want to say like 1 hour. Yeah, 85 minutes. So it's short and, no, it's not sweet. It's definitely not sweet. But yeah, check it out, man. It's awesome. All right, and then the last two I'm going to go over here are two Criterion films I bought. The first one is Vengeance is Mine. This is on Blu-ray. And another great Japanese movie. It's been a while since I watched it. So I'm going to watch it again now that I own it. I think I had seen it on TCM. I think Turner Classic Movies showed it like a year ago or something. But really good movie. It's just about a guy on the run, like kind of killing people and trying to get away with it. So it's kind of a crazy movie, but it was really good from what I remember. So I'm looking forward to rewatching that. And then this one I just watched recently for the first time on TCM as well. And I really loved it. It was so much fun. To Be or Not to Be. It's like a comedy from the 40s. Yeah, 42. But it's like, I guess you could call it like a dark comedy, but it's about this like acting troupe that like, they're trying to, like, Nazis have invaded their city or whatever, and they're still acting, and they're kind of trying to like foil a plot. So the main guy is he has to act as like a Nazi or whatever, and then he has to act as someone else, and it's just super funny. Like the whole, like along the way, it's just super funny, and and the ending is really great too. It like kind of comes full circle, and I love that kind of stuff. So yeah, definitely check this one out if you haven't seen it. And yeah, that's everything I bought recently. I figured I'd just talk about those movies, and then yeah, maybe I'll make more videos like this and update everyone on what I've been watching and what I've been buying and stuff. All right, thank you. Bye.